We have to solve the equation for x. We have the x root of 6 plus the x root of 9 is equal to the x root of 4. For x belonging to the set of real numbers, we take solution. First, we know if you take the x root of 6 is simply the same as 6 raised to the power 1 over x. And this is equal to, let's express 6 as a product of two prime numbers. We have 2 times 3. All this raised to the power 1 over x. So this will simply give us 2 raised to the power 1 over x times 3 raised to the power 1 over x. Next, if we take the x root of 9, is simply equal to 9 raised to the power 1 over x. And this will simply be equal to, we know 9 in index form is the same as 3 squared. So this will give us 3 squared raised to the power 1 over x, which is simply equal to 3 raised to the power 2 over x. Next, if we take the x root of 4, it is simply equal to 4 raised to the power 1 over x, which is simply equal to, we know 4 in index form is 2 raised to the power 2, all this raised to the power 1 over x, and this will simply be equal to 2 raised to the power 2 over x. Now we are going to insert them in this our equation. This will give us 2 raised to the power 1 over x times 3 raised to the power 1 over x plus 3 raised to the power 2 over x is equal to 2 raised to the power 2 over x. For us to avoid confusion, we are going to let 1 over x be equal to e. That means we are going to insert e here. Then 2 over x will simply be equal to, if you multiply both sides by 2, this will give us 2e. Now if you replace them in our equation, this will simply give us 2 raised to the power e times 3 raised to the power e plus 3 raised to the power 2e is equal to 2 raised to the power 2e. Next step at this level, what we are going to do is, we are going to divide both sides by 2 raised to the power 2e. This will give us 2 raised to the power e times 3 raised to the power e, we divide by 2 raised to the power 2e plus 3 raised to the power 2e, we divide by 2 raised to the power 2e. It will simply be equal to 2 raised to the power 2e divided by 2 raised to the power 2e. This will give us 2 raised to the power e minus 2e times 3 raised to the power e plus, I'll leave this one as a fraction, 3 over 2. You see that they have the same powers. All this raised to the power 2e is equal to this, and this will cancel, it gives us 1. This will simply be 2 raised to the power e minus 2e gives us negative e times 3 raised to the power e plus 3 over 2 raised to the power 2e is equal to 1. You can write this as 3 raised to the power e over 2 raised to the power e plus 3 over 2, all this raised to the power 2e is equal to 1. And arranging this will give us 3 over 2, all this raised to the power 2e plus 3 over 2. You see that they have the same powers. E raised to the power e is equal to 1. At this level, we can see let 3 over 2, all this raised to the power e be equal to b. Then 3 over 2, all this raised to the power, we square both sides, 2e, it will simply be equal to b squared. We are going to insert it here. So this will give us b squared plus, this is b is equal to 1. Then this will give us b squared plus b. We are going to transfer 1 to the left hand side, which becomes -1 is equal to 0. So this will give us the quadratic equation, which we can solve by making use of the quadratic formula. We make use of the quadratic formula. This will give us our b to be equal to -1. The equation of b is 1. -1 plus or minus the square root of b squared 1 squared. The coefficient here 1 squared minus 4 times the equation of b squared, which is 1, times the coefficient, the constant term, which is -1. Then we divide all this by 2 times the coefficient of b squared, which is 1. This will give us -1 plus or minus the square root of 1 squared gives us 1 minus. If we take -4 times 1, it gives -4. -4 times -1 gives us +4. Then we divide by 2 times 1, which is 2. This will give us -1 plus or minus the square root of 5 all over 2. 5 is not a square number, so we are going to leave it in set form. This will give us b to be equal to -1 plus root 5 over 2, or b is equal to -1 minus root 5 all over 2. Remember, b is simply equal to 3 over 2 raised to the power e. So 3 over 2 raised to the power e is equal to -1 plus root 5 on 2, or 3 over 2, all this raised to the power e is equal to -1 minus root 5, all this over 2. Next, for us to get e, we are going to take log on both sides. We are going to take log to the base 10. If we take log to the base 10, if we take the first one for 3 over 2 raised to the power e equal to -1 plus root 5 over 2. If we take log to the base 10 on both sides, this will give us log 3 over 2 power e is equal to the log of -1. If you take -1 plus root 5, then -1 is less than root 5 all over 2. So we are taking the log of a positive number, which is real. So by applying the law of power, this will give us e log 3 over 2 is equal to the log of -1 plus root 5 all over 2. At this level, we know for us to get e, we are going to divide both sides by log 3 over 2. So this will give us e to be equal to the log of -1 plus root 5 divided by 2 all over the log of 3 on 2. Okay, remember, we are not looking for e, we are looking for x. We know a is equal to 1 over x, so we are going to replace a with 1 over x. It simply means 1 over x will be equal to the log of -1 plus root 5 over 2, all this divided by log 3 over 2. For us to get x, if we cross multiply, this will give us log 3 over 2 is equal to x log -1 plus root 5 over 2. If we divide both sides by log -1 plus root 5 over 2, this will give us x to be equal to the log of 3 over 2 all over the log of -1 plus root 5 all over 2. So this will be the first solution. Now if you take 2 star 4 4. We take now the next one for 3 over 2. All this raised to the power a is equal to the negative 1 minus root 5 on 2. If we take this down, this will give us 3 over 2. All this raised to the power a is equal to, at the numerator here we can factor out negative 1. Factor out the negative 1. This will give us 1 plus root 5 in brackets all over 2. At this level now, if you take log on both sides, this will give us log 3 over 2 raised to the power a is equal to the log of negative 1 plus root 5 all over 2. We are taking the log of a negative number which does not exist. That means for the second case, the solution does not exist. Then we are going to conclude, therefore x will simply be equal to the log of 3 over 2 all over the log of negative 1 plus root 5 over 2. So this will be the only solution we are going to have for that problem. We underline the answer.